Oh, good God. Always when I'm in the middle of something. Can't go one day with a break. One day. Grossi Posse, Packer Nation. Welcome to another episode of Packcast, the podcast where you don't have to be a Packers fan, but it sure does help. I know. Listen, I started doing the info, doing the research on Matt LaFleur. He literally was the next damn episode. And they couldn't wait. Literally like one day. They couldn't give me one day. But all the reports are showing, as of right this second, that Matt LaFleur will be the next Green Bay Packers head coach. All right. Well, there's a lot here. Miles, $1.99 donation. Thank you. There's a lot to kind of compress here and decompress here. I'm going to go through the preliminary research that I have, and we'll kind of start from there, and we'll kind of talk it out. I'm learning about this as soon as you're learning about this, but we're going to break down this analysis and kind of and see what we got. I don't think it's a terrible hire, which is a good thing. I don't think that's too bad because you know the fundamentals. But Josh is ready with the toaster. I'm gonna sit here with our toaster friend. I don't think he's god awful. So let's go through this just about now. There'll probably more of a professional video that will come out afterwards. We'll kind of see what we're able to get through. Miles, thank you for the $1.99 donation. It seems to be official. NFL is reporting it. Apparently, the Green Bay Packers have reached out to all of the people who have came in for an interview and saying thanks, but no thanks. So it seems like this is it. Like we finally did it. We got our guy. So that means that Josh McDaniels will not be the next Green Bay Packers head coach, which I personally am okay with. But yeah, it seemed all signs are pointing that this is official. So let's kind of go through this bit by bit. Again, I just had the preliminary research. This was going to be an episode tomorrow, but Miles, thanks for the $2 donation. All right, so just to kind of break this down a little bit. So he's been in the NFL from 2008 to 2013, but they were taking a hiatus in 2014 at Notre Dame. And then some 2015 to present, he's been in the NFL. So the guy has been in the NFL for the past 10 years. So that being said, in 2008 to 2009, he was the Texans' offensive quality control coach, which, means about as much as nothing. But in 2010 and 2013, he was the Redskins QB coach. I think that's pretty significant, but considering that he was RG3's guy. He helped mentor RG3. And I know what you're saying, Tom, RG3 is barely in the league anymore and doesn't do anything. But if you recall, during his rookie season, he was pretty damn good. So I'm not really upset about that. RG3 has come out and said that he really, really likes working with LaFleur. I can't stop thinking about the dodgeball coach, but that's neither here nor there. So he mentored RG3 to get him to kind of where he was, obviously, in his career before he got injured. So I think that that's a pretty good move. But on top of that, from 2015 to 16, because back in 2014, he went with Notre Dame to be an offensive coordinator. But from 2015 to 16, he was the Falcons QB coach, which, damn, look at it this way. The fact that he led Matt Ryan to a record season, that's the year that they went to the Super Bowl, and wound up losing, obviously, to the Patriots. But, that's impressive numbers. Last year, he was the Rams offensive coordinator when they had a pretty damn good offense as well. So the fact that they have that under their belts with Shanahan, he has, obviously, those roots. He also has McVay. So he's been under these new age coaches, especially McVay, which I'm pretty happy about. So they get this guy who then came to 2018. He took the offensive coordinating job for the Titans. The reason that he took that job is because under LA with the Rams, he wasn't able to call plays. So he's actually been calling the plays in Tennessee. Now, regardless of how you feel about Tennessee, I'm just going to look real quick just because, again, this kind of caught me off guard as well. And it seems like it's official now. But the Titans, let's see what their offensive stats were this year. I mean, the guy knows how to run the ball. I mean, look at Derrick Henry and what they've done with him this year. So that's always kind of a nice thing. All right. So they're 19.4 points per game. So they're 27th in the league. That's not too great. 312 yards, 25th in the league. 29th in pass yards and 7th in rushing yards. So yeah, this looks like Aaron Jones is going to be the busiest guy in the history of the world. But it looks like this guy definitely has a passion for running the football, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. Thank you, Skull Highlights, for the $2 donation. Appreciate that. But I think the pros about this are a few things. There's a few pros. I think one, the fact that he works so well with quarterbacks is a huge thing. I think that's a big bonus to his credit. The second thing, I like that he has all of this experience, first as a QB coach, then as an offensive coordinator. The fact that he's actually calling the plays, I think that's another really big kind of bonus towards him. But a couple things that make me kind of nervous is that, one, he is the Titans offense coordinator. I'm going to kind of put that a little bit to the side, considering that, one, they almost made the playoffs. They do have a rough team at the moment. But it also looks like they're going to keep Mike Pettin, which is great. So that's what the rumors are right now, that he's going to keep Pettin there, which I think is the absolute best case scenario, because they need to keep Mike Pettin. I think he had a pretty damn good year, considering all of the negative, like, kind of the injuries and the personnel issues and trading people away. I think that while the Titans weren't the greatest this year, I'm going to be okay with the fact that the guy knows how to call plays. He's at least been in that position for an entire year. This is not like a McDaniels situation, because listen, Josh McDaniels, he didn't call plays in New England. So I think that's a big thing. But so yeah, it seems Matt LaFleur, if you're just joining us, is going to be the new head coach for the Green Bay Packers. I'm going to assume that he's going to clear house. At least I hope so. Keep Pettin around, but good God, get rid of just about everybody else in this front office. I'm curious to see kind of because this was a relatively kind of quick decision. Kind of what about Matt LaFleur kind of was very appealing to them. And I'm just amazed that they were actually able to get this done so quickly. But yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that there is going to be a press conference coming up within the next couple of days. But yeah, so the offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans is our new head coach. But again, he's got a ton of experience, both with QBs and with running offenses. He was able to bring Matt Ryan to a high level during RG3's rookie season, was able to bring him to a high level, and then was able to study under Sean McVay and work with that offense. So I think this is the guy who could definitely bring us into the future. At least that's the hope. He's obviously an offensive-minded guy. We were talking about this at the Brian Flores video that came out today, and the fact that, I wouldn't have personally minded a defensive kind of background to kind of change the dynamic of the Green Bay Packers. But the fact that, we went offense is not terribly surprising, considering the Packers have always been offensive-minded for, God, I don't even know how long. Kenneth, thanks for the $1 donation. So I think I'm not terribly surprised that they went offense over this. But Matt LaFleur, we could have picked worse, is what I'm saying. I wouldn't be taking toaster baths just yet. I'm curious to see who he gets as an offensive coordinator. I'm really curious to see who he gets there. The rumors again saying that they're going to keep Mike Pettin. Hopefully this guy, while he doesn't have any head coaching experience, I like all of the experience that he brings to the table as a QB coach. Also QB coach at college, was an offensive coordinator at Notre Dame. And yeah, I think we could have done worse. That's the best. Again, he has a ton of experience. He's an offensive-minded guy. And considering Rodgers is on the last, 5 years of his contract, I think it's not bad. It's not bad. A little unexpected. And again, like, the video was literally going to come out probably tomorrow about him. But yeah, Ray, this is the guy you kept asking the video about. I wrote him down. I did all the preliminary research. But it's good. I wouldn't judge him based solely off of his 1 year as an offensive coordinator with the Titans. Now, is he going to be able? He coached. So, like, here's the thing: is he going to be able to turn the ship around in the first season? I'm not going to get my hope up that he can. I really, really don't think he's going to be able to, because I think there's going to be a lot of work to be done. But I think if I'm going to take a random guess here, it's that they wanted somebody who was going to have, I think the relationship with Aaron Rodgers was going to be the focal point of this hire. And they picked a guy who nonstop has worked with QBs his entire career, whether it was at various colleges, so Notre Dame, or whether it was with the Redskins, the Falcons, the Rams, the Titans, what have you. I think I think it's the way to go, considering that we currently have a quarterback who all the press is saying, his head is too big and, is kind of taking control of the team, and someone needs to come in and rein him in. If he's really this QB whisperer that everyone's saying, then I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. They're getting a guy that they believe can work with Aaron Rodgers, that can work with the current offense and kind of make them better. I mean, listen, look at it this way. We want changes on our offense, and we want to make sure that we're able to live up to like the Packers offense and get back to the where we have been. Then I think that's a good thing. And I think that hopefully this signifies kind of a changing of the guard. And again, the thing I like the most is the fact that Matt LaFleur was under McVay, was with that new age offense, because the one thing that I constantly said over and over and over again is I want a guy who is young, who it can take this offense and adapt it to 2019, who could actually call a modern day playbook and freaking allow the Packers to compete. So I think it's a safe pick in the sense that they got a guy who could work with Aaron Rodgers, who really can hopefully, rein him in a little bit. And you're not going to see the kind of relationship that you saw with Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers. That I think that's the hope. That is the hope. So until then, we're kind of waiting and seeing. So yeah, this is exciting stuff. This is really, really exciting stuff. So I'm hoping for the innovation. I'm hoping for the fact that this guy is ready. He looks like he's been preparing his entire career. The guy he knows his offenses, he knows his QBs, and he's about to coach one of the greatest QBs of all time. So this is going to be a wild ride. It really, really is. Bobby Jenkins, thanks for the $5 donation, buddy. He says, as a Bears fan, I'm just happy you guys didn't take Fangio from us. Yeah, I hear you. But a little surprised that because everybody and their mother was saying McDaniels. And again, I'm asking, don't judge this guy solely off of his 1 year as an OC with the Titans. I don't think that's an accurate thing. If you want to look at stuff, look at him with Matt Ryan, and again, leading him to a Super Bowl. He did work with Kaiser. I don't know how relevant that is, but maybe we'll also get a guy in here, if he's the one who's going to be kind of ushering in this new era, is he also could potentially train the next the next guy who's going to fill in for Aaron Rodgers. So, who knows? We'll see. But it seems like they have offered the job to Matt LaFleur, and that's what every single one of these all the media outlets are buzzing. It's the front page right now of NFL, and yeah, this is definitely going to be a wild ride by far. But we got our guy Miles. Thanks for the $5 donation. I feel pretty good about this. I really do. I really hope that he could develop the chemistry with Aaron Rodgers that he needs to, and I really, really hope that we can kind of get back on the winning train, because this year sucked a whole lot. And you know what? Hopefully we can get a team that, even if the Aaron Rodgers thing doesn't work out, the fact that this guy likes to run the ball, he was the top 10 in this season of running the ball with guys like Derrick Henry. This is a good thing. I'm super happy about that. give the ball to Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones cannot get enough carries. Give it to Jones. Hell, even Williams was serviceable. They had a great game against the Jets. I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to be good. So Matt LaFleur seems like is going to be getting the job as the next Green Bay Packers head coach. Yeah, Aaron Jones, draft him in your fantasy leagues, boys and girls, because it's about to be a thing. So first order of business is to fire the ever-living hell out of Zook. Just fire him right now. Right now. Josh McDaniels, yeah, again, maybe he'll go to the Browns, maybe, but I said in the beginning, in the video I put up weeks ago, I don't think he's leaving New England. The guy has his kids there. They're growing up there. He's getting paid head coach money as an OC. So I don't see him leaving. So I think the fact that we got this guy, he knows his QBs, we're good. We're going to be okay. At least I hope. Yeah, he was great in all these places. So I'm good with taking a chance on this guy. There definitely could have been worse. $2 for double doink. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. So we'll let me see real quick. Matt Ryan number stats 2016, because that's when they took him to the good old Super Bowl. Yeah, that's when he had almost 5,000 yards, 38 TDs, 7 interceptions, which was tied for the lowest of his career. I'm good with that. I'm definitely good with that. So I think he's a safe gamble considering that he knows his offenses and he has those relationships with the QBs. So I'm okay with it. I'm all right with it. This random Packers fan who does a show in his basement is okay with it. So we'll kind of see. I'm sure there will be some press conferences to be had as soon as, because the Packers, they don't announce anything until it's been completely announced and shot, beaten like a dead horse by the media. So they're not going to come out and say anything until he literally signs on the dotted line. So we'll see. We got our offensive guy. I know a lot of you are going to be happy about that. I know I came out with the Flores video. I'm glad I didn't release it tomorrow, but I came out with the Flores video, and it wouldn't have been too bad to have a defensive-minded coach. But we got our offensive guy, and the major concerns that I have with him is that he's only had this play calling duties for 1 year. That's the only thing that bothers me just a tiny bit. But, the offense really wasn't that great in Tennessee. But again, all this experience that he has, I also think it takes more than 1 year to get accustomed to a team. So I'm not too worried. I'm okay with this. So what we'll do is, because this kind of became like a rant session, I'll come out within the next hour. We'll come out with a more concise video. I'll do some last minute research, throw it all together, and we'll rock and roll with that. So that being said, we'll see. I'm sure there'll be plenty of news that will be coming out in the next few hours and the next couple days. So let's go win a Super Bowl, kids. Let's go win a Super Bowl. Thank you so much for watching, gang. I'm Tom Grossi. And as always, go Pack, go.